A disciple of a guru was very upset. Whenever he went to nearby villages to ask for alms, he saw a lot of suffering and pain, which made him very uneasy. He prayed to God to make everyone happy. One day, feeling very disturbed, he went to his guru and asked, "Oh, respected teacher, why are people in this world so unhappy? Why is there so much suffering everywhere? Seems like people can't even see their own happiness. So what can anyone do about it?" The disciple thought to himself, if there's happiness, it will show. And if there's sorrow, that too will show. People aren't so foolish as to choose sorrow when they have happiness. How can happiness turn into sorrow? Sorrow exists, and that's why people are sad and troubled. Hearing this, the guru smiled slightly and said, "I know you're a good sculptor. Do something for these people's happiness. Create a statue that makes everyone who sees it forget their sorrows." The disciple agreed, saying, "All right, teacher, I will make such a statue." He worked on the statue for 3 months, carefully shaping it day and night. After 3 months, when the statue was finished, he went to the guru and said, "As you told me, I have made a statue that will make anyone who sees it forget their pain and be happy. Please come with me and see if I did it right." Together, they looked at the statue, which was indeed beautiful and seemed almost divine. Its smile was so enchanting that anyone would feel joy and forget their troubles. The guru praised him, "Very well done. This is a wonderful statue. It will definitely help people overcome their sadness. However, I want you to put a mark on the face of the statue that can't be seen." The disciple asked, "But why, respected teacher?" The guru said he would explain later. The disciple then made a tiny mark above the statue's eye that was almost invisible. The guru approved, "Very good. Now, let's place this statue on the road outside the village." They placed the statue on the roadside, and the guru and disciple stood at a distance. Villagers began to notice the statue. A young man who was very observant looked at the statue closely and then walked away sadly. The guru and disciple stopped him and asked why he was sad. He replied that the sculptor had left a mark above the eye, which made him sad because otherwise the statue would have been perfect. The disciple was surprised, "But that mark isn't visible. How did you notice it?" The man said, "What are you talking about? It was the first thing I saw." Another person also looked sad as he passed by. When the guru and disciple asked him why, he said, "There's a beautiful statue there, but the sculptor ruined it by putting a mark on the face which spoiled my mood." The disciple asked, "But that mark isn't visible. How did you see it?" The man said, "What are you saying? That's all I could see in the whole statue." The disciple wondered aloud, "Can't you just look at the statue and not the mark? What if it has a small flaw? The statue is still beautiful, right?" The man agreed. The statue was indeed divine and beautiful, but was still sad about the mark. As evening approached, even the king, passing by in his chariot, was initially amazed by the statue's beauty and wondered why such a magnificent piece was not in his palace. But soon, he too felt sad and moved on. The guru and disciple stopped the king, and the guru asked, "O king, why are you sad? Isn't the statue beautiful?" King replied that the statue was indeed divine. The mark above its eye was inappropriate, and the sculptor had made a mistake. The disciple was astounded and said to the guru, "The statue is perfect and divine. There's a tiny mark, yes, but it's so small that you wouldn't notice it from a distance. I haven't caused any sorrow. I tried to make everyone happy, but these people don't see the complete statue. They only focus on the flaws. They don't see all the happiness. They only look for the smallest bits of sorrow in it, just like my statue, where the insignificant mark is given too much importance." "Why do they do this, teacher?" Guru explained, "Because of their restless minds. Everyone here is restless. They never look at the whole statue. They never see their complete happiness. They focus on a tiny flaw amid the happiness. They ignore the vast happiness of the world and cling to small sorrows. That's their life, that's their world. If they looked carefully, they would see that everything has been created for their happiness. The rivers, mountains, lush nature, delicious fruits and food, relationships, wealth, everything is meant for their happiness. But they always find a reason to be sad. Just as everyone blamed the sculptor, so too do they blame the creator of this world, although the fault is not with the creator, but with those who perceive it." The disciple understood and asked, Teacher, can anything be done so they find happiness? The guru replied, I told you they already have happiness. They need to shift their focus from the tiny flaw to see the whole statue, see their complete happiness. And this can only happen when they try to free themselves from their restless minds, increase their understanding, and meditate. Meditation reduces the restlessness of the mind, brings peace, and a peaceful mind can see the whole statue, not just the tiny flaw. Only a restless mind searches for flaws and stays sad. The disciple said, I have understood your words, respected teacher. It serves as a reminder to us all. Happiness is not about perfection, but perspective. As we leave behind the village and its newly enlightened inhabitants, let us carry with us the lesson of the unseen mark, not as a flaw, but as a symbol of our ability to see beyond the superficial, embracing the complete beauty of the world and ourselves.